Welcome to the Bio Insights, where science comes alive.
Okay, picture this. A healthy, pregnant woman taking a peaceful sunrise walk in a park. If you're just watching her, taking in the serene environment and her relaxed posture, it looks like a picture of total external calm, right? But beneath the surface, there is an explosive, dynamic, and incredibly complex biological process underway. It's a literal symphony of cellular fireworks. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to focus on exactly why exercise helps a baby grow. We're looking at how this kind of gentle maternal movement directly and actively supports early fetal growth, starting right from the very first month. We're going to uncover the physiological mechanics of why getting your body moving is absolutely one of the most powerful things you can do to build a strong foundation for new life.
So it really begs this fascinating biological question, doesn't it? How exactly does a simple, gentle walk actually translate into vital nutrients for a microscopic embryo? It's a profound mystery of human physiology, and that is exactly what we're unpacking today. We're going to shift our focus completely away from the mom's external physical exertion and zoom all the way in on the baby's internal development. We want to peel back the layers to understand the scientifically accurate cellular-level growth happening beneath the surface and uncover exactly why exercise is so fundamentally connected to fueling all that rapid growth.
Section 1. Safety before sweat.
Now, before we dive into the amazing biology of movement, we have to talk about step 1. The absolute foundation of any pregnancy fitness journey relies on professional medical guidance. You must always consult a healthcare provider or obstetrician before starting any exercise routine. Listen, this isn't just some standard boilerplate medical disclaimer, okay? It is a critical physiological checkpoint. Every single pregnancy is wonderfully, complexly unique. So when an OB clears you for exercise, they aren't just giving you a generic thumbs up, they're actively evaluating your baseline metrics. Things like your blood pressure, the early positioning of the placenta, and your overall cardiovascular health, just to make sure your body is perfectly primed to handle movement. Building a healthy routine requires this rock-solid, individualized foundation of safety. Once a doctor confirms that your specific biological baseline is secure, well, then the real journey can begin.
Section 2. Month 1 movements.
Let's head back to that peaceful park at sunrise in our minds, surrounded by that soft, natural lighting. That is kind of the perfect mental model for the specific types of movements we want in the very first month of pregnancy. Slow walking, deep intentional breathing, gentle neck rolls, and shoulder stretches. In month 1, the goal is absolutely not about high intensity or breaking a major sweat. No way. It's purely about calming, restorative motion. And there's a deep, really fascinating biological reason for this. Take those gentle neck rolls and shoulder stretches, for example. Those specific movements physically release built-up tension around your vagus nerve, which immediately signals the parasympathetic nervous system to dial down maternal stress hormones. And as you pair that with deep breathing, you're instantly altering the oxygen saturation levels in your bloodstream. It wakes up the body, optimizes your circulation, and basically kicks off this powerful internal cascade that prepares your whole system to nurture life.
Section 3. The placental connection.
All right, let's zoom in a bit and look at the microscopic world inside the womb during this first month. It is such a delicate, truly awe-inspiring environment. You've got this tiny embryo, a newly formed gestational sac, and the incredible milestone of a heartbeat just beginning to flutter. Now think back to that mother taking a slow walk in the park. Her slightly elevated rhythmic heart rate from that gentle stroll is doing something spectacular. It's creating a steady, healthy cardiovascular environment that mirrors and actively supports the embryo's newly forming circulatory system. Literally every step taken is actively fueling this tiny pulsing life. It provides a consistent rhythm that the embryo totally relies on as it rapidly develops its very first vital organs.
But you might be wondering, how exactly does that maternal movement actually translate into fuel? Well, the answer lies in the placenta. It's this vital biological conduit where the mother's oxygen flows right through to deliver oxygen and nutrients directly to the baby. But here's the thing. Exercise does so much more than just pass oxygen through a static tube. This is where the biology gets truly fascinating, and it is the absolute core of why exercise helps a baby grow. See, when a mother exercises, her blood volume naturally begins to increase. This elevated oxygen-rich blood flow actively encourages something called angiogenesis, which is just a scientific term for the creation of brand new blood vessels right within the placenta itself. So maternal movement is actually helping to build a denser, more expansive, and far more efficient vascular network. The mother isn't just sending nutrients down a pipe, her deep breathing and movement are actively building a better pipe. The placenta basically becomes this supercharged delivery system, optimized by physical activity to nourish the developing embryo with incredible efficiency.
Section 4. Mother and baby benefits.
This amazing physiological connection creates a beautiful, perfectly interconnected loop of health. Every single benefit the mother experiences echoes powerfully inside the womb. For the mother, these light exercises provide some profound relief, reducing fatigue, improving overall blood circulation, and drastically lowering stress levels. And because of that supercharged placental conduit we just discussed, all those benefits translate directly to the baby. When deep breathing clears out cortisol, the primary stress hormone, it actually prevents those hormones from crossing the placenta. This lets the baby just bathe in a calm, biochemically stable environment. At the exact same time, as the mother's fatigue drops and her circulation improves, the baby receives a richer, much more consistent supply of oxygen, which is exactly the fuel needed for crucial early neurological and physical development. It's pretty simple. What benefits the mother physically, directly and measurably, benefits the baby developmentally. It's absolute biological synergy.
Section 5. Moving into month 2. Now, as the pregnancy safely progresses, the body undergoes some remarkable adaptations, which means this foundational, light routine naturally needs to evolve. Month 1 establishes that gentle baseline with restorative stretches and deep breathing. But as the transition into month 2 happens, the routine evolves into sustained, easy walking. And there's a specific biological readiness for this evolution. By the second month, the placenta is becoming much more firmly established in the uterine wall, and the mother's overall blood volume has measurably increased. Her body is now biologically primed to handle a sustained cardiovascular effort without ever compromising the resources needed by the baby. In fact, it's the opposite. This steady, easy walking continues to support and expand that crucial placental oxygen flow, locking in a really reliable, healthy rhythm of nutrients for the months ahead.
It really is a total marvel of human biology, isn't it? Just seeing how deeply interconnected a mother and her developing baby are right from the very first moments. I mean, think about it. If something as simple as intentional breathing on a slow morning walk can actively expand the placental vascular network, literally shape early fetal growth, and deliver vital oxygen to a tiny embryo, well, it kind of leaves you wondering, what other small daily habits might hold the biological power to shape a perfectly healthy pregnancy?